My name is Ntando Mbonambi, as I've been introduced. I'll be speaking about workmen's compensation today. As many of you would know, that workmen's compensation is a necessity for every company that is trading. So each and every company trading should have workmen's compensation. So I come from a company called the Federated Mutual Assurance Company, and we only cater for the building and construction industry when it comes to workmen's compensation. But firstly, let's just discuss what is workmen's compensation. Basically, workmen's compensation is commonly referred to as the COID cover. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the COID cover. You are? Okay, that's good. All right, so basically it's compulsory assurance that is taken out by a company to cover the employees in the unlikely event that the employees get injured or contract illness while performing their daily work duties. All right, are we all together there? So workers' compensation is prescribed by the Compensation Fund for Occupational Diseases, for Occupational Injuries and Diseases Act 130/1993. Accidents that arise of and during employment resulting in personal injuries or illnesses. All right. So, not all injuries do qualify to be considered as a IOD. For example, Section 1 of the COID Act defines an accident as an accident arising out of and in the course of an employee's employment and resulting in personal injury, illness, or death of the employee. So, accidents that wouldn't qualify as an IOD, or for example, an individual who is employed as a painter and is injured while driving a forklift, that will not qualify for workmen's compensation. Are we together there? All right. So, who is FEM? FEM was established in 1936 under the license from the Minister of Labour, and the cost around joining FEM to be one of our policyholders is as minimal as 2,500 rand. And then regarding assessments over and above 2,500 rand is calculated in accordance to the gazetted rate that is gazetted by the Commissioner each and every financial year. So we use the same rates as the Department of Labour to raise assessments. And we only we're only private company to offer workmen's compensation in the construction industry. Roughly, I'd say we've got 5,000 policies currently with FEM, and you're looking at majority of it being CIDB9. So all the major contractors within the building industry are with FEM because of the exceptional service we actually offer them. And we're looking at a balance that is still with the compensation fund of 45,000, and we're looking to bring all of those companies over to FEM. So companies in the construction sector have a choice. It's either you are with the Department of Labour or you are with FEM. All right, so in the event that your employees do get injured on duty, we only use private hospital facilities, and that doesn't become more of a cost to the employer. So when it comes to the documents we have, like for example, the employer's report, it has our own branding on it. So you're never going to find yourself in a situation whereby you're sending someone for medical assistance, maybe at a private facility, and you get chased away, because we've got a very good relationship when it comes to medical service providers. Alright, so this is the provision of stats in the industry, which is also available on our website. So when it comes to the construction industry, it is an industry that has a lot of accidents and so forth. You can actually just gauge for yourself if you go onto our website and see the frequency of accidents that actually happen in the industry. Alright. So, where do my employees go for treatment? FEM works closely with an array of service providers, including a vast network of private hospitals, to ensure that your employees receives the best possible medical care for any injury on duty. The cover provided not only includes the immediate treatment of an injury, but it also includes the transport to and from hospitals, as well as follow-up treatment and ongoing care to ensure that the employee is fit and ready to resume their duties. Who does the administration of the claims when it comes to FEM? So we handle all the administration of the claim in-house. It's not a matter of the employer still needs to do follow-up requests when it comes to the medical service provider. So basically, personalized claim service by our team of specialized administrators ensure that the administration burden is taken off your shoulders. We are experts in the field, and we will guide you through the claims procedure, leaving you time to do your core functions. So as I did mention that we take the administrative burden off your hands. So we do the follow-up visits if your employer needs to maybe have a follow-up visit when it comes to maybe a specialist or anything of that sort. So the duty of the employer is just to submit the employer's report to FEM, and we handle the whole administrative process from start to finish. All right, reporting an IOD, it's as simple as filling out an employer's report. You send one copy to the, with the injured parties to the hospital, and then you send a copy to FEM, and we administer that whole claims process from start to finish. Another exciting factor that that makes FEM stand out is that we pay something called a merit rebate to our policyholders. So we look at your claims cost. If it's less than 10% of what you pay FEM, you can qualify to get up to 50% of what you had paid us. So you get money back for good health and safety. And transferring over to FEM is quite simple. Through the new registration, you just simply submit your registration form, your required documents like your ID, your CK documents, and so forth. And then we invoice you thereafter. And then upon payment of the invoice, then we issue out a letter of good standing. But if you're currently with the Department of Labor, we do a check if there's no matters outstanding currently with the Department of Labor. And then from there, we invoice you, and we can issue out the letter of good standing. And this is our new letter of good standing. It has the compensation fund logo and the Department of Labor logo. We've seen that before, because we just recently implemented this. Before, we didn't have those two logos down there. And other municipalities would find it difficult to accept it because they had never heard about us. So that's why we actually decided to include those two logos. All right, and when it comes to the claims, logging a claim, you can also log a claim online and check the process of it online. When it comes to the assessment, as you know, every 1st of March, there is the return of earnings process, so you can also do that online. And you can also verify a letter of good standing online. Regarding corporate social responsibility, we use associations like Master Builders South Africa and SEPSEC to assist with the health and safety on sites. As a company, we are committed to making a positive contribution to South Africa. We have structured a CSI program that covers areas such as housing, health, social services, and education. In addition to our CSI program, in 2016, FEM committed 750 million to set up the FEM Education Fund to contribute towards education and leadership development. We have to date partnered with the Make a Difference Leadership Foundation and Colomba Leadership Trust, providing much needed funding towards education and developing leadership skills amongst young South Africans. Thank you.
Another round of applause. Any questions? There's a hand there. There's a hand here. Any other hands? Third one. Any other hands? Those are the three hands. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thanks very much. I'm Mother Freeman from DLF Western Environmental Services. I just need to check, is it only available for the construction industry?
Only, yeah. So there's only 3 entities which provide workmen's compensation. It's FEM, the Department of Labor, and RMA. RMA takes care of the mining and steel industry. FEM only construction, and then the rest of the industries are through the Department of Labor.
And sorry, may I ask follow-up? How do we get the classification changed for our industry? The original classification is incorrect, but we've been battling for more than 2 years to get the classification changed, because that affects how much we actually pay to workmen's compensation.
There is a process. But I'll engage with you shortly. Yeah.
There's another hand this side.
Thank you very much. My name is Ntando. I come from a Youth Leadership Institute. I'm a director there. I've got initiatives that are running in high schools. So I wanted to understand what kind of support can I get, because the Youth Leadership Institute is a non-profit organization. I'm a qualified scientist and a science communicator. So what I do in high schools is to advance learning using technology. But at times I struggle because I don't have resources. And also I run a mentorship program for girls. In September, we're hosting a 2nd annual conference for girls. So basically we're focusing on developing a girl child. I would like support in these things because I've seen the impact that it makes on our youth here in the Eastern Cape, because I run it in rural areas as well as here in East London.
The last hand this side.
Sorry, Ntando, I just want to you to verify the costing. How do you price this workman's compensation? Is it paid? Is it a once-off fee? Is it paid monthly? How does it work?
It is a once-off payment. It's all calculated in accordance to how much you're gonna pay your staff in salaries and wages. It is a once-off fee though. And the rate is gazetted by the commissioner every year. So we use the industry rate that is gazetted. Yeah, it's an annual thing. And then, yeah, regarding the CSI initiatives, I would have to take your details because it's something that is handled at a different branch, different department. So I can put your information through to them.
Thank you very much. Any other hands that might have? There's a hand.
My name is Bonnie Wekalo from Liliso Training Center. I just want to know that, are you covering the construction only because the sitters also want us to have the insurance when we are training for the learners during the training process?
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, it is only the building and construction industry. But you can still get covered through the Department of Labor.
All right. Thank you very much.